This episode is brought to you by Merrill. Join one of the most iconic names in wealth management, Merrill. You'll be part of a dynamic team of advisors and specialists working hard every day to grow their clients' wealth. And with the support of best-in-class research, advanced digital tools, and the resources of a global institution, it's truly an opportunity you can be bullish about. Learn more at careers.bankofamerica.com. Copyright 2024, Bank of America Corporation.
How do stop losses work on Kraken? Let's say I have a birthday party on Wednesday night, but an important meeting Thursday morning. So Sensible Me pre-books a taxi for 10 p.m. with alerts. Voila! I won't be getting carried away and staying out till 2. That's stop loss orders on Kraken, an easy way to plan ahead. Go to kraken.com and see what crypto can be. Not investment advice. Crypto trading involves risk of loss. Cryptocurrency services are provided to U.S. and U.S. territory customers by Payward Interactive Inc., PWI, DBA Kraken. View PWI's disclosures at kraken.com/legal/disclosures.
No matter what type of trader you are, no matter what type of system or strategy you use, no matter what financial market you operate in, there is one common thing that every trader needs to be successful, and that is confidence. In today's episode of the Trading Coach Podcast, I'm going to walk you through and share with you how I gained confidence as a trader after a very unconfident period of time and how you can do the same. Check it out. Again, I say this to him all the time. I say it to you guys that are new, man. Like, this is a game of confidence. If you are leaking confidence, it's going to be very, very hard to be successful in anything in life, but particularly in trading. And someone brought this up yesterday where we talked about fears, and someone was like, well, I get caught up in comparing myself to other traders that I see, and then I lose confidence in what I'm drawing. And I'm like, don't look at what other traders draw. But it's gonna be very, very hard to be successful if you don't have confidence. And I don't know how many times I can say it. I know it's hard, but it's the truth, man. It's the truth. I went through it myself, where I read a Tony Robbins book and was saying affirmations to myself every morning in the mirror for 90 straight days in order to build my confidence, because I had no confidence that I was a good trader. No confidence at all. No confidence, right? I didn't, and digging deeper into it, the reason I didn't have confidence as a trader is because I didn't believe that I deserved to be successful, right? My mind was full of like kind of your quote unquote traditional traders, right? Like, what is a traditional Wall Street trader, right? I read all these books and it told me, like, you know, even Mike Bellafiore's book, One Good Trade, which I think is a great book, but it kind of talks about like I think it was that book. It talks about the background of like what Wall Street traders are. And Wall Street traders are people that go to Ivy League schools, that play sports at a high level, that have all these, you know, degrees and stuff. And I'm like, well, I played sports. Okay, check that box. Ivy League school, nope. Degrees, well, no. Switch majors because I was failing micro and macroeconomics. Like, why do I deserve to be successful? And it was kind of like, what is it? Is it imposter syndrome? Where like I did all the work necessarily to be successful. Like, my mentor, my coach told me I was good. I was skilled enough, right? I did, you know, my results were decent. But I would always second guess myself because I didn't look the part. And because of that, when I went to live trading, I leaked confidence. And then when you leak confidence, then you second guess yourself, you miss trades, you move stops, you move targets, then you try to get revenge and you take trades you shouldn't take because you're mad that you missed the other one. And it's this whole spiral of just badness. So one of the things that one of my trading mentors, Todd Brown, told me was that he said, read this Tony Robbins book. I think it was called Awaken the Giant Within. It was a book that changed his life. And I read it, and it was, at first I was like, I don't want to read about this, this cult stuff where I'm, walking on hot coals and blah, 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 blah. But it was actually a really good book. And one of the things that I learned from that book, I should read it again actually, was like the power of affirmations, the power of just kind of convincing yourself. And this was at the same time I was learning about kind of neuroprogramming, about how we can rewire basically the pathways in our brain how they're wired a certain way because of how we were brought up, things we were taught, cultural stuff, and that you're not kind of a product of your environment forever. You can reprogram the way you think. You can reprogram your belief, just like training any other skill. It just takes time. So I was fortunate to be kind of studying these two things at once, and I was like, okay, well, these affirmations, this is me reprogramming my mind into believing that I can be successful. So I'd be in the mirror every day. I had a list of like 30 of them. I would choose like 10 each day. Like, I deserve to be successful because of this and this and this and blah, blah, blah. Look at myself in the mirror, straight in the eye. And I would keep saying it, keep saying it, keep saying it. And I would also force myself to respond to people in a certain way. So back at that time, when people asked what I was doing, because like, I'm this wild cowboy where it's like I just graduated college a couple years ago, graduated grad school, and everyone's like, so what are you doing for a living? Blah, 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 blah. The job market was bad. And I would never be confident in telling people I was a trader. I'd always be like, well, I'm kind of, how you just like, shy away, financial market, or I'll do all that stuff. I was ashamed when I looked at it. I was ashamed of being a trader. And the reason I was ashamed is because everyone told me that trading was stupid, right? Right? Isn't that how it is? Like, oh, you're a weirdo, man. Trading stupid. You're a gambler. You might as well go to Vegas, right? Everyone was telling me all this stuff in my whole life, like friends, family members, like everyone. So like I was ashamed, right? It's like being an Everton fan where people, oh God, man, I see you're into the Premier League. Who do you support, Akil? Like I'm ashamed to say it because we suck. But it's one of those type things, and that out of chart confidence leaked into my in chart confidence. So like I had to force myself to have confidence in what I was doing. And the funny thing about it, when I'm doing all this reflection, is like I the same thing happened in sports, right? And again, I come from a big sports background where like playing and trying out for like some really high level teams. And when you play for these high level teams, man, like it's hard because the people you see are absolute monsters. Like I played with people that went to the NFL and the NBA. And you see that next to you and you're like, man, like that dude is built different. I am not built like that. And you have to convince yourself that you are a beast. So like I would tell myself out there like, yeah, okay, well this dude's 6'5", faster and stronger than me. Okay, it's going to be a rough day for him. So I would do that all the time in sports. I would tell myself what I needed to do to get out there and get it done. And it worked for me in sports. And I don't know why I never just did that for trading, but or thought about attacking trading the same way. But I did these affirmations. I did it for like 90 days. And it was stupid at first, but I was at the point in time where I was like, okay, just commit to something, Akil, because this is also me coming off of system hopping where I never committed to a system, or demo trading and never committed to doing my full duration of demo trading before actual live trading. So I committed to it, forced myself for 90 days, and it actually worked. I came out a much more confident person. I had to fake it until I made it for a little bit. So like when I would rehearse in the mirror, like, okay, next time someone asks you what you do for like a living, you tell them like, I am a Forex trader. And if they don't know what Forex is, because the question is like next, response, like what the hell is Forex? Then I'm gonna confidently tell it to them. I trade the foreign exchange market, which is by far the largest financial market in the world. It makes the New York Stock Exchange look like a puddle inside the Atlantic Ocean. And I would say it with confidence. I was probably a weirdo yelling that, but I would say it with confidence, and believe it or not, it eventually worked. And I started having more confidence in myself. I stopped being ashamed of what I was doing. I had more confidence in the chart. And the simple fact of just having more confidence in my chart, it's going to sound dumb, it allowed me to do the things that I was supposed to do without error. And lo and behold, when I did the things that I was supposed to do without error, I started seeing more profit. You don't say, right? So it's confidence is key. Confidence is key. So basically don't read Mike Bellyford books because he ruined your confidence. Yeah, pretty much. That's it. Yeah. Sorry, Mike. Love you. Hope these tips were helpful. Maybe something in here can be used to help you become a more confident trader and therefore a more successful trader. Before you go, do me a favor, subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube, rate and review if you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple or whatever podcasting app you're listening to, and make sure you chime in for the next episode of the Trading Coach Podcast. And by the way, we got another free event coming up in November, so stay in the loop so you don't miss the updates about that. See ya.